This is Mini, and today I want to discuss 5 tips to overcome depression. This is something that has been running on my mind for a while now, but I was waiting for the right moment and, of course, for the right words. In some or the other phase, we all feel depressed and we all feel the world is ending, and then nobody's able to see it, and we're drowning in front of everyone, nobody's able to understand it, and honestly friends are always around but they cannot get into you to understand what is really happening. So gradually we start thinking that all the doors are closed and we feel hopeless, and sometimes we may even want to commit suicide. We just feel all the doors are closed and nobody is able to understand us, and sometimes, trust me, waking up itself is the biggest task. You just don't want to face the day. You find a good escape in sleep. So this is a pit that you're continuously getting in when nobody is able to pull you out. So tip number one: you are your own savior. This is the harsh reality, this is the truth, this is the fact that people may understand you to some extent. They may give you hope, they'll tell you to be around them, do some shopping, watch some movies, spend some quality time with parents and family, and entertain yourself, read something. But honestly, this is something that continuously consumes you. It drains out all your energies, and you're physically, mentally all weak. All of a sudden, you just feel maybe suicide is the only way, because you're not able to convey exactly what you're feeling, and your suffering sometimes is absolutely a foreign thing to people who are fine and happy. And don't give up on yourself, friends. I want to say you are your own savior. Stand up, use what you have. You have all the tools around, you have all what you want, you have all what you need. All you need is just trust the process and keep going. Trust your own counseling. Keep telling yourself, I'm not that bad. In the past I was fine, and I'm worth something. Tip number 2: trust the process of self counseling. Always trust yourself. There are times when people are around you, people appreciate you. When you're doing so well, they think you're the best. And at times when you're not able to do anything, in a spur of moment, they're absolutely out of your life. They may forget about you. It's not their fault. The world is in need. If you're giving something, they're ready to take it. And exactly what you need is something that the other person may not understand. So counsel yourself. There are plenty of books out there, and there is internet, and you can read about it. Maybe you can just wait. You can just wait to be all right. Tip number 3: do not hesitate to seek help. Yes, friends, the first thing that comes in our mind is, if we visit a psychiatrist, what are others going to think about it? And what if we're judged? And what if I'm not going to be okay? But what if it gets registered in people's mind that we once visited a psychiatrist? I think it's absolutely okay. It's absolutely fine. It's like he or she is just a friend of that moment. What's wrong if he or she understands us, and sometimes may give us some medical help also. We'll get some good sleep, and yes, after the medication, sometimes I personally felt I was all blank, numb, forgetful, confused. I felt like this is my second life where I'm going to be maybe rejected by people, and my productivity is gone down to zero, and I'm good for nothing. But it's not like that. Yes, we need some help, but at the same time, as I told you, the other tip, we're not going to give up on ourselves. We know that we're not worth something. Our life is worth something. To quit is like to sink. I remember a quote in a poetry where I read, if you are not able to sail, if wind is not in your favor, you are just the sails. We're not going to. Tip number 4: do not give up on prayers. Yes, friends, this is the moment where we start distancing ourselves from our own abilities and from the God also. We feel we're all alone and He's not caring for us, and He's all of a sudden absent from our life, and then is thrown us in the middle of the sea and in the land of nowhere, and we're not able to understand how to sail ahead. But trust me, for everything there is a meaning. Yes, we may not be able to exactly come up with the expectations where we don't, but still we can face the God. He is the only one who is not going to judge us. He is the one who can maybe raise your spirit, and he can help you keep going. After a while you'll understand what you experienced was something that was needful. Maybe a diamond also needs a great rub, and after that we are going to only shine, we're going to only help others, we're only going to teach others, we're at least able to understand what this condition is like, and we're definitely not going to collapse after we rise again. Tip number 5: understand that books are the best friends. Seek help. Yes, books are really the best friends. Those silent words definitely have an impact on our minds. We may not realize it at that time, but later surely we understand that those words were definitely registered in our minds. And books surely keep us in track. We are unaware of it. And I personally suggest you the book Growing Within: The Psychology of Inner Development. This is the collection of the words of Sri Aurobindo and the mother of Pondicherry. And I also found another book called Consciousness. These books make me understand sometimes the facts that I know subconsciously, but I was not sure of. And these books helped me navigate myself and my mind. I definitely understood why I felt in a certain way and to what extent I should keep my expectations, and why do we feel emotional and the layers of mind, and so many more things. I wish you all should read. Definitely force yourself in this one thing during the phase of depression. They definitely make sense. They get registered in our minds, and these words definitely have impact. Last but not the least, give time some time. Yes, trust the process of time. Time is definitely powerful. We all want to get healed in one day, one night, because one day, 1 minute, and 1 second feels like ages and years. The suffering is um, very tough. And I know it is inevitable. All of us feel this someday, at some point in our lives. But trust it. Time is powerful, and it's not that bad. It's not as bad as we think, and it has surprises ahead. Maybe once we cross this, and once we stretch ourselves, we have the wings to fly high. And definitely, I tell you guys again and again, trust the time. Don't have to do anything, just wait. Go with the wind, go with the flow. Time will take you to the heights. There is change, there is sunlight after every night.